In 1513, a disgraced politician sat in a cold prison cell, accused of conspiracy. His name was Niccolo Machiavelli. And while locked away from the world, he wrote something so dangerous, so psychologically devastating, that it would be banned by the Catholic Church for over 400 years. But here's what they don't want you to know. Machiavelli didn't just write about politics. Hidden within his texts are 5 psychological tactics so powerful they can make anyone become obsessed with you. The woman you can't stop thinking about. She's about to flip the script. By the end of this video, you'll possess knowledge that most men will never understand, but I need to warn you. These tactics come with a price. Once you use them, there's no going back. She'll either be completely drawn to you, or you'll reveal something about human nature you can't unsee. The choice is yours. Are you ready? Let's begin. Before we dive into these 5 Machiavellian mind games, you need to understand something critical. Machiavelli never believed in being cruel for cruelty's sake. He believed in strategic influence, understanding human psychology so deeply that you could predict and shape behavior. And when it comes to attraction, most men get it completely wrong. They think being nice, always available, and predictable will win her over. But Machiavelli knew better. He understood that human beings are driven by mystery, challenge, and emotional intensity. These 5 tactics aren't about manipulation in a harmful sense. They're about becoming psychologically irresistible. It's about creating the kind of attraction that makes her think about you when she's alone at night, wondering why she can't get you out of her head. So let's break down these 5 mind games, starting with the most counterintuitive one. Mind game number 1. The Strategic Withdrawal. Machiavelli wrote, "Men nearly always follow the tracks made by others." In other words, people want what others want, and they chase what moves away from them. Here's the psychology. When you're always available, always texting back immediately, always saying yes to her plans, you become predictable. And predictability is the enemy of attraction. The strategic withdrawal works like this. After a period of giving her attention, you suddenly, and without explanation, pull back. Not completely, not in a cruel way, but just enough for her to notice. You don't text for a day. You're suddenly busy when she wants to hang out. You're friendly but distant. Here's what happens in her brain. Her mind goes into overdrive. Did I do something wrong? Why isn't he chasing me anymore? Wait, do I actually like him more than I thought? Okay, this creates what psychologists call intermittent reinforcement, the same mechanism that makes gambling addictive. She doesn't know when she'll get your attention next, so every interaction becomes more valuable. But here's the critical part. You can't withdraw forever. After creating that tension, you return, warmer than before. This creates an emotional roller coaster that bonds her to you far more powerfully than constant, stable attention ever could. The key is timing. Withdraw too long, she'll move on. Not long enough, and she won't notice. Master this balance, and you'll have her thinking about you constantly. Mind game number 2. The illusion of choice. Machiavelli understood that people hate being controlled, but they love making decisions, even if those decisions were designed by someone else. Here's how this applies. Instead of asking, "Can I see you this week?" which gives her a yes or no option, you ask, "Are you free Tuesday evening, or would Saturday afternoon work better for you?" Notice what happened. You didn't ask if she wants to see you. You assumed it and simply let her choose when. Her brain processes this as her decision, even though you controlled the entire frame. This works in deeper ways too. Let's say you're deciding where to go. Instead of asking, "Where do you want to eat?" which puts pressure on her and makes you seem indecisive, you say, "I'm thinking either that Italian place downtown or the new rooftop bar." Which vibe are you feeling? You've led, you've shown decisiveness, but you've also made her feel heard and involved. Why does this create attraction? Because it hits 2 primal psychological triggers. First, you demonstrate leadership, a trait women are biologically wired to find attractive. Second, she feels like an active participant, which creates investment. The more she invests in the relationship, even in small choices, the more committed she becomes. And here's the dark truth. She doesn't even realize it's happening. Use this in conversations, planning dates, even conflicts. Frame the options. Control the battlefield. Let her think she's in charge. That's Machiavellian genius. Mind game number 3, the jealousy trigger. Now, before you click away thinking this is about playing games, hear me out. Machiavelli wrote, "It is better to be feared than loved, if you cannot be both." But in romance, a better translation is, it's better to be desired than comfortable. Here's the uncomfortable truth. A little jealousy, used strategically and ethically, can reignite attraction that's gone cold. I'm not talking about flirting with other women in front of her. That's cruel and immature. I'm talking about pre-selection. It's a psychological principle that women find men more attractive when other women also find them attractive. Here's how you do this subtly. Mention, casually, that a female coworker complimented your new haircut. Talk about your female friend's birthday party you're attending. Post a group photo on social media where other women are present. You're not doing anything wrong. You're simply demonstrating that you're socially valuable, that other women notice you, enjoy your company, exist in your orbit. What happens in her mind? Suddenly, you're not just her guy who's always available. You're a man that other women see value in, and that triggers competition anxiety. Okay, but here's where ethics come in. You never lie. You never fabricate interactions. You simply don't hide the fact that you have a life, friends of both genders, and social value. The moment she feels like she might lose you to someone else, even just theoretically, her attraction spikes. It's primal, psychological, and yes, it's Machiavellian. Just remember, use this sparingly. Overdo it, and you'll seem insecure or manipulative. The key is subtlety. Mind game number 4. The vulnerability paradox. This is where Machiavelli gets truly brilliant. He wrote, "Everyone sees what you appear to be. Few experience what you really are." Most men think they need to be invulnerable, the strong, stoic, unshakable figure. And while strength is attractive, strategic vulnerability creates a bond that strength alone never can. Here's the paradox. When you reveal a carefully chosen vulnerability to her, something real, something personal, you create intimacy, and intimacy creates obsession. But you can't be vulnerable all the time. That makes you seem weak. God. The key is to be 90% strong, composed, and in control. And then, in a private moment, reveal something deeper. Maybe it's about a fear you had as a child. Maybe it's about a dream you're afraid to chase. Maybe it's about a moment you failed and what you learned from it. When you do this, her brain makes a powerful connection. He doesn't show this side to everyone. He trusts me. I'm special to him. Ever heard of the Ben Franklin effect? It's a psychological trick that says when someone does you a favor, they actually end up liking you more. Their brain justifies the effort by thinking, I must like this person if I'm helping them. But here's the Machiavellian twist. You're in control of this. You strategically ask for small favors, or you share a piece of your own story, a calculated vulnerability. You're not an open book. You're a mystery with carefully revealed chapters. You give her just enough to make her want to know more, but never enough for her to figure you out completely. This creates a powerful desire to unlock the rest of you. It's not manipulation, it's strategic emotional intelligence, and it is devastatingly effective. Now, for the push-pull dynamic. This is the most advanced tactic, and mastering it would put you in the top 1% of men who truly understand attraction. Machiavelli knew that humans are driven by tension, not constant conflict, but the dance between comfort and challenge, certainty and uncertainty. Here's how it works. You give her warmth and affection, that's the pull. Then, you create a little space or remain slightly unpredictable, that's the push. For example, you have an amazing date, great chemistry, deep conversation. Instead of immediately texting her about how incredible it was, you wait. you let her wonder. When you do text, you're warm, but not desperate. You enjoyed the evening, but you're not falling over yourself. Another example, she says something, and instead of just agreeing, you playfully challenge her. Wait, you actually think that? Tell me more. You're engaged, but you're not a yes man. You have your own life, your own standards. This creates psychological tension. She can't quite pin you down. You're interested, but not needy. Attentive, but not obsessed. That tension becomes electricity. Every interaction matters more because she has to work a little to keep your interest. And that effort is what creates deep attraction, because we value what we have to earn. The average guy gives everything away immediately, constant validation, predictable responses, then wonders why the spark dies. You, after watching this, will be different. You'll understand that attraction isn't built on comfort alone. It's built on the dance, the mystery, the push, and the pull. Now, here's what Machiavelli would tell you today. These tactics are powerful, and with power comes responsibility. Use them to create genuine connection, not to harm. Use them to become a more psychologically intelligent man, not a manipulator. The ultimate truth is, the most powerful version of this is when you genuinely become the man who doesn't need these tactics. When you're so confident and whole that these behaviors become natural. Push-pull dynamic flows because you have real standards. The vulnerability paradox emerges because you've done the work to understand yourself. Machiavelli's greatest lesson wasn't about manipulation. It was about understanding human nature so deeply you can navigate it with wisdom. The woman you want isn't looking for perfection. She's looking for someone who gets it. So here's my challenge. Take just one of these tactics and apply it this week. Master it. Then come back and tell me in the comments which one you tried and what happened. I read every comment, and your experiences help our whole community grow. If this video opened your eyes, hit that like button so YouTube shows it to more men who need to hear it. And for more on psychology and attraction, subscribe and turn on notifications. I drop a new video every week that will change how you see the world. Remember, the greatest power you'll ever have is the power to understand human nature. Use it wisely. I'll see you in the next video.